Hopefully, I'm not. Some don't have no problem. But let me just wait for some of y'all to get in here real quick, man. I ain't gonna be on here that long. All right, tired, man. This burger whipping my ass. But peace to everybody, man. Wait for some of y'all to get in here. Oh shit. Hold on 1 second. Oh, some of y'all coming in. All right. All right, peace to the people coming in here. All right, what's good, y'all? What's popping, man? What's goody? Hey, man. Everybody, please do me a favor. Please make sure that you share that I'm on. I would gladly. Please make sure you share that I'm on. I would gladly appreciate it, man. I'm gonna try not to be here too long, man. It's been a minute, man. Did y'all miss me? I doubt it. But anyway, look. The Big Meech Snitch. Now, I'll say this. You ain't miss me? Well, I ain't miss you too, motherfucker. Okay, Gina? But it all seems like this girl, Tammy Cowins, whatever you want to pronounce her name. Like it seemed like she's out for herself. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like she's only loyal to herself. And it's almost like, why all of a something that her and Big Meech and Tammy is going through what they're going through. Now, what were they fucking? Like, did they really have sex with each other? Because Big Meech didn't give sign off his rights to anybody else. You know what I mean? He picked her. I think he knew her since 2002, I believe. I got to get that one correct. If they met in 2002 or I think it was 2005. So it's one of those. I think 2002 or 05 he met her. Something like that. I could be off because I was doing some research before I got on. Now, I'm going to play some videos right now that's going to help this live do what it does. And I just bumped into a dude that I haven't heard of, Dogface. So we're going to go to him right now. But my question to 50 is, at the end of the day, you knew that she was an informant. Now, if you didn't know she was an informant, you still worked with her. And now you want her to expose Big Meech even more. So what does that make 50 in a way, though? We got to be honest. You know what I mean? We can't be selective on a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? We can't be Blue. Yeah, I know Blue Da Vinci had her first. Absolutely. So it was like, if he was hitting that first, he introduced her to Big Meech. How did she become the secretary? You know what I mean? She wanted to get her hands dirty. She knew what it was when she met these dudes. She already knew what it was. So if anything, she had, the light bulb went off in her head. She's going to get this money by any means. She's going to sleep and fuck her way to the top. And that's exactly what she did. What did she do to even get the rights for him to sign the rights over to him? Was he promise her shit over the phone? Like, yeah, man, this and the third. When I get out, this and the third, this and the third. That's why I'm putting this in your hands. You make sure you bust those moves for me. She had, listen, man, I'm not going to get into it right now, but that's what I've been saying in my 50. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're going to touch on all that. Just do me a favor. Please make sure you hit the like button. Please make sure you share. I was going to come on live yesterday, but I had the biggest toothache. Like, I gotta get my teeth out. Like, my shit was destroyed. I'm saying destroying me. I'm going to go to this video right here, man. And this is gonna be my first time watching this as well. So this is very recent. This is 4 days ago. All right. And I've been busy, so I ain't really been online like that. So I got some other things going on. But hopefully Rare Report don't have no issues. We're gonna go to Our Prophet as well. I do have the transcripts up as well. So we're gonna read through some of it. It's been It's been close to a week now, so I'm pretty sure that y'all done seen videos and read it yourself. It's soft, it's on the eye. Already know. But this is from 4 days ago. Now, Dogface is being sued by Big Meech. And we're going to go to Cuffy's daughter as well, too. So this is going to be a little crazy. But anyway, please make sure you go subscribe to Rare Report. All right, salute the Rare Report.
Yeah, I didn't realize that you was that deep into this whole 50 Cent Meech thing, bro.
All right, so what happened is, bro, so anything in Detroit on a large scale, my name gonna come up somewhere in the shit, and I didn't ask to be in it, you know what I'm saying? But when it came down to the interviews with Blue Da Vinci's and the Cuffys of the world, it came across my desk because I know people who they rock with. So.
Okay. So when you say you kind of you didn't choose to be in it, what you mean?
No, I didn't ask for an interview. I didn't seek out interviews with anybody involved in this situation. I'm in close proximity to people who are in close proximity to Cuffy and close proximity to Blue Da Vinci. So, you know, it's man. If you in Detroit, bro, Dogface CP gonna get mentioned. It's as simple as that.
You got a call from a lawyer saying that you had a class action lawsuit going on?
Yeah. I got a phone call. I'm gonna send you all that shit, bro. Motherfucker called me a couple of days ago, and he informed me that I had a civil lawsuit pending, and I asked him who. You know what I'm saying? He was like from Lil Meech, Al Nuke, who was Zaytoven's manager, and Street Lord Juan.
On what grounds, bro? What?
The grounds was defamation. That was the grounds, right? So I'm questioning, right? He told me who. I asked him who. He told me who it was, right?
Class action lawsuit being issued against who?
Against you for defamation and other damages that you caused.
So who was trying to sue me?
Street Lord Juan, Al Nuke, someone named Lil Meech.
So Street Lord Juan, Al Nuke, and who else?
And then Lil Meech.
Shout out to East Texas tapping in. What's going on, man? Shout out to my Texas nigga, man.
Flippy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. Y'all better get some shares in this because I'm about to put some shit. I'm about to put some shares in this shit right here. So fuck that. Because eventually these motherfuckers gonna take over. So y'all better jump on now. I know I'm jumping on it. Soon as possible.
Word.
Yeah.
That's funny. Send it to me so I can take a look at it, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I'll go ahead and forward that over to you, and then just call me back after you review it.
Verbally, he said Lil Meech, Al Nuke, and Street Lord Juan. When I got the paper said Big Meech, Lil Meech, Street Lord Juan, and Al Nuke. I looked at the shit, I laughed at the shit, but that's what he said. You feel me? Yeah. So, so it didn't throw me for a loop because there wasn't real government names on there. You feel me?
Right.
First Amendment, a bad motherfucker, man. The First Amendment protects the freedom of speech. It protects your right to say things, even things that other people might find controversial, even things that you might find inappropriate. But there are restrictions, right? You can't just say anything. But there's a difference between defamatory speech and derogatory speech. Defamatory speech is when you say something about somebody or something that you know is patently and inherently not true. Derogatory is you a bitch, hoe, leatherback, fatback, pickle pig's feet, hog mauled and shitting, fuck boy, bitch ass. That's not, it's raw, but that's not defamatory. That's derogatory. It's not a nice thing to say. But it's protected under the First Amendment. You calling me a bitch, I can't sue you because you call me no bitch. It's derogatory, it's rude as hell. But it's not defamatory. I'm not defaming you. I'm not disparaging your name. If that was the case, Charleston White, look at all this shit he can say about a motherfucker, man. You can't sue that because he's not saying you did something that he can't prove.
You said Lil Meech and Big Meech name was on there. What? You did them something?
I don't know, bro. I've been commenting on the whole Cuffy versus Big Meech versus 50 Cent versus Tammy Cowins situation, bro. So I don't know. I don't know what I get the paperwork. So I didn't know if it was real or not. I posted it so the whole world could see what ass shit these on. And then I sent the shit to my lawyer. So I sent the shit to my lawyer first. You know what I'm saying? And before I get a response back, You know what I'm saying? And he like, don't, whatever it is, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? I posted his response saying some garbage. So I don't know what niggas don't like to be talked about, bro.
Right. So let me ask you this:
like
you mentioned the name Cuffy, right? And we now being orientated about him through you, right? If you had to explain to the world, for those who don't know, who is Cuffy?
Man, Cuffy, legendary cat out of St. Louis, man. Cuffy is accredited with helping, establish BMF. It's what the whole world knew it to be. If it wasn't for St. Louis, if it wasn't for the BMF was born out of Detroit in terms of the original players, man, but it expanded to be what the world became aware of once they left Detroit. The niggas wasn't like that when they was in Detroit. They got like that once they left Detroit, and they hooked up with the LA. They hooked up with the St. Louis, hooked up with the Memphis, they hooked up with the Atlanta, and that's when BMF became as big and expansive as it was. You know what I'm saying? But St. Louis is just as important. The rise of BMF, what we all know it to be, it was just as important as Detroit was, bro. Because Cuffy is the one who put the first $1 million in Meech's hand. He's the one who gave him the game. He's the one who helped cultivate Meech's game and showed him how to really take this shit on a national level.
Is it true that you actually showed him the value or how to properly move or maneuver in the game, and that you put his first $1 million cash in his hand? Is that true?
That's very true. Like I said, didn't have nothing. So like I said, I put his game on 10. I'm the first to put $1 million in the hand, and then cried. And the exact words were to me was been holding him back in the D.
So Cuffy is the one who embraced Meech, right? Put the first $1 million in his hand and showed him how to really go get that bread. That's who Cuffy is.
So where the bullshit come in between Cuffy and Meech?
Here's how it all started, bro. So Meech's in prison, right?
Right.
So he meets Tammy Cowins. Now we all know there's no dispute, there's no debate whatsoever that Tammy Cowins is a DEA informant, a paid informant. She didn't start off as a paid informant. She started off as an informant as a grudge when she knocked down Terry White down in Atlanta. Yeah.
Right.
Then she became a pen pal with Big Meech. So some of the biggest misinformation that's being disseminated around right now is that Tammy Cowins met Big Meech through Blue Da Vinci. No, Blue Da Vinci had been stopped fucking with her. Tammy Cowins became acquainted with Big Meech because she became a pen pal. She started writing Big Meech and other high-profile members. Even as the Blue stopped fucking with her, she started trying to establish a relationship by writing motherfuckers. So she wrote Big Meech and became a pen pal with Big Meech, and that's how she formed a relationship with Big Meech.
Now that's the thing that I didn't know. So I'm glad I'm hearing that she, because I'm like, how did she go from Blue Da Vinci to Big Meech? They go the answer right there. She went behind nigga back and started writing them. See, the bitch got an agenda. She has a fucking agenda. Now, if she met Meech in 2003, but in 2009, she becomes a confidential informant to lock up her ex-boyfriend, Terry Wright. I'm about to say Terry Crews. Terry Wright. How did he? Yeah, he had to be pillow talking. Yeah, CB. He had to be pillow talking. Yeah, and she, you know what I mean? You can't sit down and pillow talk with a bitch. It's almost like a female telling her girlfriend that her boyfriend got good dick and shit like that. That bitch gonna want that. You know what I mean? You know how it go. He was pillow talking and she got infatuated. She see everything. She see the play. She see what's going on. And once he stopped fucking with her, she like, fuck that. Let me write this nigga. So she used what she had to get what she want. So, but like I said, I'm gonna press play because there's some other videos I want to play too. But well, he got locked up in 2005. And then she wound up. See, here's the thing though. Is there any paperwork that says that Demetrius Flannery knew? Now we know he was selling drugs through her because that's how she met Suarez. I'm forgetting his first name right now. So, but anyway, I'm not gonna talk your head off, but it just make you think that how he did not know she was an informant, and everything has to do with Chroma as well too. I think what, to be honest, is so much of a toss up. It's not definitively out there, but I think that maybe Big Meech didn't know that she was until after the fact. You know, before we all know, he probably knew later on down the game, but probably was too late. She already got the rights. She already did what she did, and maybe somebody done, you know what I mean, gave him a heads up, because you know DEAs and police they funny too. You know, they'll tell the person who snitched on them. You know how it go. You already know how it goes. So it's really a toss up in the air on, did Meech already knew when she got Terry White locked up, her ex-boyfriend, and did she come back into the picture, and how she get his rights? Like, was this all a play with the DEA agent Keith Chroma? It's a lot, but we gonna keep going now, man. But Big Meech, at the end of the day, no plug is gonna want to fuck with him anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know, the tour got canceled. I mean, not the tour, the welcome home, the welcome back party concert or whatever, that got canceled. I'm hearing about Skilla Baby was I think Little Meech manager. He done backed out because of the rumor. So it's Big Meech is I'm not gonna say he's finished because he helped a lot of people, but yeah, his name in the dirt right now. So a lot of people is not gonna fuck with him, especially if he's trying to get back into the game, which would be dumb.
Meech through a pen pal, not through a door. No, there's no dispute. There's no debate whatsoever that Tammy Cowins is a DEA informant, a paid informant. She didn't start off as a paid informant. She started off as an informant as a grudge when she knocked down Terry White down in Atlanta. Yeah. Right. Then she became a pen pal with Big Meech. So some of the biggest misinformation that's being disseminated around right now is that Tammy Cowins met Big Meech through Blue Da Vinci. No, Blue Da Vinci had been stopped fucking with her. Tammy Cowins became acquainted with Big Meech because she became a pen pal. She started writing Big Meech and other high-profile members. Even as the Blue stopped fucking with her, she started trying to establish a relationship by writing motherfuckers. So she wrote Big Meech and became a pen pal with Big Meech, and that's how she formed a relationship with Big Meech, through a pen pal, not through a direct introduction by Blue Da Vinci. That's cat. That ain't what happened. She said that ain't what happened. According to them, she was upset because she unknowingly was laundering drug proceeds, laundering drug money for Terry White. When she found out about it, she was mad. Something went wrong, and then so she wasn't charged with nothing. She wasn't charged with any criminal activity. She just became a federal informant because she was angry. That's the worst kind of rat in the world. Nigga ain't get into you. You just telling just to be telling. So what happened with the Cuffy and Big Meech situation is that Meech was trying to secure a movie deal based on his whole life, the BMF, all that whole thing. So when Meech was going to prison, Cuffy was coming out of prison. So because they had a trusted brotherhood to go back over 30 years, and just to make it known, motherfuckers in Detroit know who Cuffy is, bro. Cuffy wasn't just no lame ass, bro. He didn't work for either one of them. He didn't work for T, and he didn't work for Meech. It was like family. It was a brotherhood. It was an association when it came to him and Meech's relationship. So what happened is, once Tammy, he secured a representation of Meech, and she secured his life rights, because when you're in the Fed joint, you can't do businesses like that. So she was basically acting as his liaison, his ambassador, helping to push and promote his brand in an attempt to try to secure
Listen, out of all of the fucking bitches that Meech had and that he was fucking and this, that, and the third, how did she go from Blue Da Vinci, move up in the ranks? Like, what did she... What did she do? Like, why? How did he pick her? She's not all that good looking. She's okay. Maybe younger. She was fine. No disrespect. Not all. Not all. Some females that's real light and bright. You know what I mean? They age a little crazy. You know what I mean? She got that big. She had a big face. Whoever seen New Jersey Drive? All right, now you remember the police officer that was always that was beating everybody up, the nigga with the big chin. She looked like that. So how did she move up? Yeah, she had that exotic land coochie, but it's like why was she picked? You know what I mean? And it almost made me think like he knew what kind of bitch she probably seen she's a go-getter, you know what I mean? She's consistent, persistent. Maybe he's seen something in her. Maybe they had a relationship going on. I don't know, but how did she get picked out of everybody? And that was Blue Da Vinci's little jump off. I don't know, but that's fishy.
Movie deal of some sorts. So what happened is that in the time all this was transpiring, she became a federal informant and knocked down Terry White. And then she continued to work with the federal government. And so what happened is she represented all of Big Meech's interests at that particular point in time up until like a week ago, when I guess they ran afoul of each other and the relationship went sour.
Bro, does Cuffy have life?
No, he ain't got life. But when you get 20 years, 30 years, and you already 40, 50 years old, it look like life, it sound like life, it smell like life. You feel me? Right. You know what I'm saying? And then the whole thing is the reason why he's in prison is because of this. Big Meech trying to free himself from prison, working in conjunction with Tammy Cowins. Big Meech used Tammy Cowins as his proxy to set up drug deals in exchange for a time cut for Meech. So it's a lot of confusion about this. Let me unconfuse you mothers. During Cuffy Frank's hearing, so he was challenging the wiretap, right? Trying to get the evidence of the wiretap thrown out. It was discovered that there was an affidavit signed and sworn to, right here into the Bible too, by Tammy Cowins, in which Tammy Cowins said in the affidavit that they used to secure the wiretap. They present this evidence to a judge, and the judge then granted them the right to wiretap and do electronic surveillance and do garbage sweeps and shit of all Cuffy known addresses and places of where he hung out. Tammy Cowins swore in the affidavit that she had got all this information from Big Meech. When Cuffy then found out about it, that's when Tammy Cowins started telling the feds, I feel unsecure. I don't feel safe because they now know that it's me who set all this up. When she went to talk to Meech, Meech told her, don't have my name in that shit. Get my name out that shit. Because now he in paperwork now. He's in the paperwork. She swore to it. She raised her right hand to God that Meech is the one set it up. So when Meech gave her instructions, get my name out that shit. Then she went and she filed, and she didn't file it, but she went and she did another affidavit, made another statement, but she never filed it, bro. She contacted his first attorney and said, the shit I said in that first affidavit about Meech setting this up and Meech orchestrating that and a couple more things, that was not true. But she never filed it in the court of fucking law. If she wouldn't have filed it in the court of law, then Cuffy's lawyers would have had immediate grounds to request an emergency hearing to have all the evidence secured or procured through that wiretap dismissed against him. So the case would have been dropped right then and there because they would have had an opposing affidavit to present to the judge. Right here she said this, then she recanted it right here. She recanted it because she wanted to maintain her relationship with Big Meech and she wanted to clear his name because she didn't want to come out and he didn't want to come out that he was the one who orchestrated this whole wet-ass place.
Great content needs a great audience, like a gamer needs a screen.
Press 1 if you want to hear more of this. Press 1 if you want to hear more of this, man. Because I'm about to go to another video as well. And I might go to this doctor.
With him and 50 right now. What's that all about?
50 on his ass. That's the situation with him, right? So for all of this talking about, oh man, 50, well, if that's the case, 50, you've been harboring this information, you knew he was a rat. I agreed to executive produce the show and get some money out this shit. He ain't my friend. If you met John Gotti or if you met Sammy the Bull and you were an executive producer, you were in the entertainment business, you wouldn't want to secure the rights to Sammy the Bull story to do a movie on him and make money off of it? If you in the movie business, we ain't on the street selling dope, killing, robbing, and gang banging. I'm in the film business. I'm in the entertainment business. Me and you ain't friends.
And understanding they both had they runs, right? One in the music game, one in the street game. You know, both had very, very strong runs. If you had to say today, right now, who would you say is the most powerful?
Well, listen, 50 Cent is in the entertainment business, bro. Right? The entertainment business is not the streets, bro. He went around with the Jews and the white people, right? He went around with these major corporations who got billions of dollars at their disposal. Think about what Big Meech was. He wasn't never the smartest tool in the shed. He was never the smartest. Southwest T was the smartest tool in the shed. Real talk, no joke. He was the real business man. But Meech wanted to be flossy. He wanted to be fly. He wanted to tell the whole world, the world is mine. He went to Atlanta and turned a drug crew into an entertainment company and was running around this bitch with no cover, no shield, no nothing. The whole world knew what was going on.
Nick, can I just interject there real quick? And that's the thing. People is praising Big Meech. Now, salute to Big Meech. And I'm going to be honest, this is my personal opinion because I felt like this back in the day. Way back in the day, like when he got locked up and all this stuff and the stories that was coming out about it, like we always learning back in early 2000s. In my mind, like real talk, like, you know, damn, man, them niggas was getting it. But I was also like, yo, why would you be why would you be on Front Street flossing like that? I think it was Blue Da Vinci that said that, or somebody, or somebody said that Meech said that he made sure that all his niggas around him look fly. They have all the cars, all the jewels, this, that, and the third, so the police won't know who's the boss. That's dumb. It's really dumb. He wanted to be flamboyant. He's buying out the bar, every club. He's pushing up with back-to-back. Niggas is back-to-back. Lambos, Bentleys, Rolls Royce, and all that shit. Yes, it's fly for the moment. Buying Tigers and shit like that for the show inside of the clubs. Y'all really think that shit is flossing? That is stupid. It's really stupid. There's nothing smart about what Big Meech did. Somebody tell me him flossing and doing all the stuff that he was doing that he's getting praised for buying out them clubs and being in front of the club, being in the center of attention, like you see in this picture, a whole bunch of people. Y'all telling me that is a smart hustler. That's why those is one of the reasons him and T had issues. You wanted to be in Front Street. T wanted to be in the cut. It's almost like respectfully, Mitch, Alpo, and AZ. AZ was like, and he's richer. He was richer than all of them. AZ was in the cut. Like, nigga, that ain't my style. That flossy shit that only bring heat. Meech was not a smart dealer. He just had the ill connect. And I'm saying that he's not, of course he was smart on how he, you know, how he had things and shit like that. Just, you know, I'm not saying that he was totally dumb, but he didn't move smart. But let's keep it pushing, man. Let's keep it pushing. And y'all, that's not hating. The nigga was not moving right at all. Nothing about that was moving right. It's good for the moment. Yeah, it's fly. Yeah, damn, son, you see them niggas, son? Yeah, I'm gonna get down with that. Nigga. And look, I'll end my plane by saying this. 50 was smart. He knew, he like, nigga, I'm getting legal money. Big Meech and him, this is when he's out and about. Meech want to meet him and this, that, and the third. 50's like, nigga, I just made $30 million legally. I'm not hanging with them niggas. Only street smart niggas would know that shit look good over there, but them niggas on fire. Them niggas, they going down eventually. That's it.
So when you ask me who more powerful, the motherfucker more powerful is the one with the bigger voice. The one with the bigger voice. That's who got the power. And just because 50 Cent decided to do the BMF story from Big Meech's perspective, that don't mean that he bumped over for doing that. I would have did it. If I would have had the money and the contacts and connections, I would have get that story. I could have knew for a
hold on. Listen, I'm not even going to say no names. I know a person personally who is a millionaire that I grew up with. Never flossy. And he got it. I know it shit. He's free now. I will never say your name. Never, ever. There's 2 people from my projects. These niggas is millionaires. And they been the homie, and he lived, nigga, I used to eat Haagen-Dazs ice cream with his brother. If you're watching, I'm not even gonna say your name. But I know I grew up with a millionaire from on the block. He's a millionaire. He's probably multi now. Right now. So you can't be flossy, nigga. He was getting money in a Mazda 626 with the tinted windows. Now, if anybody from my hood watching, you may know who I'm talking about, but don't ever put his name in the chat. If somebody from the hood watching, he's a millionaire in the nigga early 2000s. He's still breathing and free, chilling, and that's a fact. It's all how you move, baby.
Fact, he was a rat. I still would think a story because I'm in the world of entertainment, bro. There's all kinds of stories about the Duquesne Snitches. There's story about Jimmy the Bull. There's movies about Whitey Bulger. Whitey Bulger a rat, right? There's stories about Nicky Barnes.
Right.
If you're in the world of entertainment, you don't give a fuck about that rat shit. The world don't really give a fuck about rat shit. In every hood, from New Orleans to Baton Rouge to Houston to Miami to Detroit to Cleveland to to Milwaukee to Atlanta, it's in the hood. Y'all know who told on them. They still run around, still have their motherfucking way. They're saying, fuck you, I did it, now what?
Say, so what happens, bro? What does that shit go with 50 and Meech? I heard Meech is suing 50, or are you?
Yeah.
In order for me to get excited about it,
you know what? This is what I do. I want y'all to go watch the rest of this because I don't want no issues with nobody. Salute the Rare Reports. Make sure y'all follow him. He been doing this thing for a minute. So salute to him. Make sure y'all go subscribe. Matter of fact, I'm gonna subscribe too. Let me go to this other video. You know what I mean? Y'all go watch the rest. I don't want to play the whole thing just out of respect. You know what I mean? Just out of respect. I gotta show respect. I played enough. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all check that out. Let's go to this other one. We got a few videos that I'm gonna get out of here because I want to enjoy my day off actually today. All right. All right, let's go here. And again, I understand how people is feeling, but we have to understand something. 50 Cent is not a street guy anymore. He's not a street guy. He's in the business. And 50, he went up against the top niggas, top bosses, and survived. So when it comes down to war, facing death, he don't care. And I get it. I get his attitude, and I can't refront on 50. It's fuck all y'all. Y'all know this my enemies at this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. All right, fuck y'all niggas. But then the flip side of the coin, 50. If you knew all this stuff, why did you make money off of his likeness? Everything is about the money. They don't give a fuck. Man, all right, so what? He says that, well, I ain't gonna say nothing. Let's make money off this shit. Let's big his name up. Let's put it out there. Let's get as much as we can off this shit, Tammy. All right? Me and you, Tammy. Let's rape him. You know what I'm saying? But no Vaseline. But he should know the backlash that he's gonna get because you still cooperating. You're still doing business with a cop, with an informant who is nigga, not a former informant, a present day informant. So whatever she is witnessing around 50, you don't think she is taking notes and probably, because once an informant is always an informant. An informant, you get paid. You know how much you get paid for being a snitch? Nigga, you get stacks. I'd rather struggle. But you get stacks. The further you go up, the more you get. So 50, were you aware or you just finding out? And now he's playing all sides, both sides. This whole shit is gonna be crazy. But 50 got a lot of money, got a lot of pull, and so he's gonna win regardless. 50, however, 50 is gonna win all this. But anyway, let's keep it pushing. Again, everybody, please make sure you hit that. Yeah, you think? Yeah, I think 50 is he is very calculated. Like I said before, 50 is calculated. He's not going to let niggas get up on him. The only way, if niggas want to crash out on 50, it has to be somebody that's literally close. And I mean, like breaking into FOI, the Nation of Islam type shit. Like you have to be, nigga, there's no way you want to get close to 50. It's gonna be in no way. It have to be somebody that's literally on the inside. And what if Tammy is that inside? Who knows how this story gonna play out? But this shit ain't looking good. We got more to go. How long I've been here? 35. I'm gonna be here for a good hour. After this, a good hour and a half. This is another hour, and I'm out. But this shit gonna get ugly. But this is Blue Da Vinci, and this is good, man. Salute to Dogface Podcast, Dogface TV Podcast, LLC. I'm gonna reach out to everybody though. You know what I mean? But I'm just doing some things, man. All right, but let's keep it pushing. Ain't no more talk.
What's going on, big dog?
We ain't finna do nigga. You a G. You a real nigga. It is what it is. We ain't finna start this shit off with no motherfucking pleasantries. We finna go right to the heart because I know you're a busy man and I got shit to do too. You hear me?
Thank you, legendary.
Right. So listen, this is how we gonna start this shit. One, because now everything is in the uproar thanks to 50 Cent.
Right.
And now so we have multiple things going on at one time. One, there's the argument that, well, 50 Cent knew about all these things that he's trying to expose now, but yet he still chose to do business with Tammy and Meech, irregardless to what he knew. So my thing is, and I don't even want you to comment on that.
Hold on.
Listen.
I'm sorry. Let me read this. Hold on. I would salute to Sylvia, the one that be doing those cases and shit that be in the courts. Damn, I'm forgetting her name. Let me really shout you out. Hold on. Let me really shout you out. Infamous Sylvia, excuse me. And for sending some paperwork as well too. But let's check this out real quick because I highlighted some of it and stuff like that. Let's just read this real quick. So let me make sure y'all can see. Hold on. Okay, y'all can see, right? All right. Take that off. Okay. All right. Let me zoom in for y'all. Ow, excuse me. So it says, CI's relationship with Flannery, Suarez, and Gatlin. When CS1 became a DEA informant, CS1 was and had been a longtime friend and associate of Demetrius Flannery. CS1 held Flannery's power of attorney and life rights and creative control, i.e., the right to tell and presumably sell Flannery's life story for profit. Those rights, by CS1 estimation, could be worth as much as $1 million. Both Agent Harvey and Agent Chroma were aware of CS1's relationship with Flannery. CS1 testified that Flannery was very well known, and it was not at all unusual for CS1, well, Tammy, to receive calls from total strangers asking about Flannery. It was due to CS1's relationship with Flannery that the CS1 first came in contact with both Fidel Suarez and Dion Gatlin, Cuffy. September 2011, Flannery requests Tammy's help coordinating delivery of a load of cocaine to be controlled by Suarez, who at that point was already in contact with CS1. Now, you have to understand why. Remember when 50 said Meech's first mistake was to distance himself from Tammy. You could kind of see, and look, he's not, if anything, if you look at it, 50's smart move is not going to disassociate with Tammy. He's going to work with her. But anyway, it's this whole thing is crazy, man. But Flannery's requests Tammy's help coordinating the delivery load of cocaine to be controlled by Suarez, who at that point was already in contact with Tammy. Tammy credibly testified that she first met Suarez by telephone when Suarez contacted Tammy to ask how Big Meech was doing. Big Meech confirmed that he and Suarez were friends and that they had met in county jail in Michigan. Although Tammy did not meet Suarez in person, she spoke with Suarez by phone and text. Additionally, Suarez sent Tammy a picture of himself sometime in 2012. Suarez asked Tammy if she knew someone who might want to buy some pills. According to CS1, she was in a car with Agent Chroma during the first narcotic-related conversation with Suarez. Agent Chroma overheard the call and signaled to CSI to say yes, she knew someone. She was later contacted by an agent in California regarding Suarez. As with Suarez, defendant Cuffy first contacted Tammy to see how Big Meech was doing in jail at 60. Based on discussions with both Gatlin and Flannery, Tammy understood that Cuffy and Meech were friends. Initially, Tammy's relationship with Cuffy was more of a business relationship, and communication centered more around Meech's life rights. Yeah, because I remember he saying he wanted to put up like $50,000 or $1 million because he wanted to buy the rights. I remember him saying that. However, at some point, Meech asked Tammy to connect Cuffy with Suarez, and the relationship between Tammy, Gatlin, and Suarez turned. Now, as above, Tammy and Agent Chroma developed an intimate personal relationship that violated DEA policy. The existence of this personal relationship helps to explain why, on occasion, Agent Chroma was physically present when Tammy communicated with Suarez and perhaps others who may have been targets of an investigation. The telephone toll records reflect that Suarez and Cuffy were in contact with each other on various devices from early as March 2012 through August 2012. All the telephone toll records show that during the same period, Suarez, with less frequency, Cuffy were in contact with Tammy. There is no evidence to suggest that Tammy participated in any of the earlier telephone calls between Suarez and Cuffy. In July 2012, Suarez invited Tammy to join him on a trip in St. Louis. Without stating why he was going to St. Louis, Tammy declined. Telephone records show that Suarez contacted Tammy while Suarez was at St. Louis. At the evidentiary hearing, Tammy denied that Flannery had any involvement in the drug trafficking activities between Gatlin and Suarez, and denied that Tammy ever informed DEA agents that Flannery was so involved. So Tammy also denied that she ever informed agents that Finnery directed Tammy to connect Gatner with Suarez. I think that Chroma had some intel, or he was while being around her, he kind of felt like that's what it was, that Finnery definitely knew what was going on, and he probably put some extra things and had the government look more into Big Meech while he's locked up. Maybe she wasn't really telling him what was going on, but by him being around and him being a DEA agent, all he could think of is as a DEA agent, and he trying to collect much information as possible, even if it has to be by air hustling or putting two and two together while he's around her, and the phone calls that she get, and he knowing that she's still in contact with Big Meech due to the rights to his life to sell to movies and so forth and so on. So she's playing both sides of the fence. Maybe she didn't really put them out there at first, but somehow, down the line, they disconnect from each other. So, but Tammy also denied that she ever informed the DEA agents that Meech directed Tammy to connect Cuffy and Suarez. However, this aspect of Tammy's testimony is not credible for at least 3 reasons. First, Tammy's testimony conflicts with the testimony of TFO Lane, the DEA St. Louis agent who interviewed Tammy about the events of August 5th. TFO Lane credibly testified that during his brief of Tammy on August 6, 2012, Tammy told him that Tammy had facilitated the introduction of Cuffy and Suarez at Big Meech's request. Testimony also conflicts with the contemporaneous 2011 interview notes of DEA agent investigator TFO Smith, which were introduced into evidence. Those notes are consistent. Hold on, let me get these. All right, there we go. Those notes are consistent with assertions in the affidavit regarding Meech's involvement in the suspected drug conspiracy. Finally, evidence presented at the hearing demonstrated that Tammy's faced actual and perceived threats when court findings in this case revealed Tammy's identity. Let me read a little bit more, man, and then we're going to get back into the videos, right? But specifically on February 6, 2015, all defendants in this case filed pretrial motions. Now, when her name was revealed in this case, because Cuffy, he filed a motion where whoever this confidential informant, their name has to be revealed at some point. Legally, you can request for that name to be revealed. So when her name was revealed, he put 2 and 2 together, like, yo, because whatever conversations that they had, they wanted them bust some moves, bust some moves, basically. So if he could put 2 and 2 together, even though Meech did not, the only reason Meech time was not reduced is because of the scandal between Chroma and Tammy. So that was denied. But still, he's supposed to have been coming home in 2032. He's home in 2025. So he's still got like 10 to 12 years. In the feds, you do 100% of your time. So somehow he came home. You know what I mean? And he did he tried to get out. I do have that up too. When he was trying to get an early release due to COVID-19 and so forth and so on. But I'm gonna read a little bit more, right? So specifically, February 6, 2015, all defendants in this case filed pretrial motions, including separate motion to suppress wiretaps evidence. Let me highlight it. Hold on. I just learned about that I could do the fucking highlighting, so this helps me out even more. So I got some other documents that was sent to me as well too. I've been working so much, I haven't had a chance to really go through it. So I've been working a lot. I ain't gonna hold you. So that's kind of why, you know, I'm a little bit behind in another shit that I'm doing as well. So, but I thank you for tuning in, right? All right. Separate motions to suppress wiretap evidence. In March 2015, CS1, well, Tammy reviewed the electronic docket. In this case, it saw information. Hold on, my shit dry as hell. So information contained in defendant Cuffy's suppression motion in response to submissions by the United States that Tammy believed would potentially allow people familiar with the circumstance to determine, because he filed that motion to get her identity revealed, determine Tammy's identity. Upon reviewing the court filings in this case, Tammy contacted her controlling DEA agent at that time, James Davison. Agent Davison testified at the evidentiary hearing that Tammy expressed concern that motions filed in this case in the government's response to those motions, meaning to reveal her identity, contained specifically detailed information that Tammy feared would reveal her identity or make it much easier for someone to figure out Tammy's identity. Panicked and took several measures to try to protect herself. Those measures included contacting undersigned magistrate judge whose chambers referred to Tammy to the United States Attorney's Office, and driving several hours to Louisiana soon after learning about the court filings to attempt to see Meech to try to explain her position and try to deflect any accusations coming Tammy's way. Let's read that one more again. So let me highlight that. All right. Let's highlight that. So those measures including contacting the underlying magistrate whose chambers referred Tammy to the United States Attorney's Office at 3942. I got to start writing those things down because those numbers is crucial, man. 39 to 42 pages. Right? Let me keep that in fucking mind right now. Let me keep that in mind. Go to. All right. And driving several hours to Louisiana soon after learning about the court filings to attempt to see Meech to try to explain her position and try to deflect and driving several. So Meech, did Meech already know? Let's read that again. Listen, look, whatever. And driving several hours to Louisiana soon after learning the court filing, attempt to see Meech to try to explain her position and try to deflect any accusations coming Tammy's way. Although it appears that Tammy did not speak with Meech in Louisiana on March 6th, Tammy's hearing testimony suggests that when Tammy did finally speak to Big Meech, he advised Tammy he did not want his name caught up in this shit. Volume 1 documents 406. That's the document I've been trying to get. 406, man. It's the same document, the same docket number, case number, but the docu number, this docu number is 528. This is 406. This the one I've been trying to get for days. I even tried to get my home grad who I mentioned earlier. She couldn't find it, but somebody, Al Prophet got it. So if anybody could get that with the docket number 406, send that shit to me ASAP. So, but let me rewind back, man. March 6th, Tammy's hearing. Let me get that out there. Excuse me for digging my nose. My shit itching. Oh, I gotta check on my chicken. Let me write that big and my chicken, because I'm cooking, man. I just gotta work. I'm hungry, son. Tammy's hearing testimony suggests that when Tammy did finally speak with Big Meech, he advised Tammy he did not want his name up in this mess. So that means that he knows what was going on then. Now, and we can understand why he did not fuck with her when he came home. But that was the nail in his coffin, because now, if anything was to come out into the light, which it did, he's gonna look funny in the light. Let me go check on my chicken, man. I ain't trying to burn my shit. I'm sorry. Give me a second, man. It's gonna be real quick. Ooh, you looking good, baby. Ooh, you looking good, bitch. Yes, you are. You looking real nice to me. See you in a minute, bitch. Let me look at the chat real quick, because I can't see the chat. All right. Okay. All right. Y'all still here? All right, good. So, y'all want me to keep going? Press 1. All right. But thank y'all for being here. Yo, if y'all haven't shared, man, please share. If you haven't hit the like button, please. No, you don't, dumb ass 85% of your time, bro. You dumb. Go buy that shit yourself, lame. Huh? Who you talking to? No, you don't, dumbass. 85% of your time, bro. You dumb. Go buy that shit yourself. Whoever you talking to, you know what, bitch? You know what you could do, Jason. Yeah, she's not using it against him. She knew what she was doing. Yo, Helena, get Jason, get that bitch ass thing up out of here, man. All right, but let's keep it pushing, man. Let's keep going. All right, I'm gonna read it again. This part right here. We're gonna keep going, right? Wait, hold on. Let me go. All right, fuck it. I'll do it. Now, those measures including contacted the underlying magistrate judge, whose chambers referred Tammy to the United States Attorney's Office, and driving several hours to Louisiana soon after learning about the court filing to attempt to see Big Meech to try to explain her position and try to deflect any accusations coming Tammy's way. Although it appears that Tammy did not speak to Big Meech in Louisiana on March 6th, but Tammy's hearing testimony suggested that when Tammy did speak to Big Meech, he advised Tammy he didn't want his name caught up in this mess. In addition to Tammy's perception that she was in danger because of the revelations, Agent Davis incredibly testified that Tammy's faced actual threats. In weeks and months following the court filings in March 2015 through the time of the Franks hearing. Yeah, remember that. I got that written down somewhere here too. The Franks hearing. All right. Evidence volume 2, 42 to 52. In further attempt to protect herself, in the spring of 2015, Tammy stated in the draft affidavit that the wiretap affidavit contained false information and outlined a different version of events from what is set out in the affidavit. Tammy never signed the draft affidavit or swore it because Tammy relayed some of the information in the unsworn affidavit to the documents were not filed under seal and have since been ordered sealed. So it's a lot this lady is hiding. It's a lot that is not being presented that is sealed and that she did not even file. So let's keep reading. So Cuffy's former counsel, DEA agents, Gatlin's former counsel, DEA agents, and prosecutors from the U.S. Attorney's Office of St. Louis. Tammy's also threatened to Tammy also threatened to circulate the unsworn affidavit to all parties involved, including the underlying. Tammy's unsworn affidavit specifically takes issue with statements in the wiretap affidavit suggested that Big Meech hooked up the deal between Cuffy and Suarez. The unsworn affidavit suggests instead that Agent Chroma implicated Meech because he was jealous. Exactly. So a lot of this stuff have to do with Chroma as well too. She was just using that old dude. I showed y'all the picture. Do I still have this picture up here? Because I'm pretty sure y'all know the picture. But let me just show y'all the picture if y'all don't know how he looked. Do I still have it up here? Yep, right here. There he go right there. You know what I mean? So you know she was just using him, you know what I mean? But let's keep it pushing, right? Oh, hold on. My bad. I hit the wrong thing and this video editing shit gonna pop up. I just wanna hold on, because it's about to pop up. I need to exit out. All right, well, it's taking a long fucking time. All right. Here it goes. Hold on. Let me exit out. Y'all probably can't see it, but I gotta exit out. Give me 1 second. All right, we good. Where we at? Yeah. So the unsworn affidavit suggested instead that Agent Chroma implicated Big Meech because he was jealous of Big Meech's relationship with Tammy. This backdrop of actual and perceived threats to Tammy diminishes the credibility of Tammy's testimony and instead very strongly suggests that perhaps due to Tammy's personal and business relationship, as well as out of concern for her own safety and the safety of Big Meech, Tammy had an incentive to attempt to distance Finnery from Suarez and Gatlin. So let's let that marinate. So she was receiving threats. Wait, this backdrop of actual and perceived threats to Tammy diminishes the credibility of Tammy's testimony and instead very strongly suggests perhaps due to Tammy's personal and business relationship, as well as out of concerns for her own safety and the safety of Big Meech. Why would he be, the safety from the police or niggas knowing that he knows something what she was already doing? I don't know. Tammy had an incentive to attempt to distance Big Meech from Suarez and Cuffy. Let's further read. And this is my first time really reading this, so kiss my ass. 3, August 5th, 2012. If y'all want me to continue, just press 1 in the chat. On Sunday, 2012, approximately 11 a.m., Suarez began contacting Tammy using 2 different cell phone numbers. He sent Tammy text from a phone number. That number, if anybody ever dialed these numbers, you a dick. Okay? It's probably somebody else's number, but don't ever call that number. Okay? And plays voice calls to Tammy from telephone number. Specifically around 11 a.m., Suarez and Tammy a text asking Tammy to call Cuff, aka Gatlin, and tell Gatlin to give Suarez a number that Suarez could talk to him. Testimony of Agent Johnson, evidence, Tammy responded shortly thereafter, indicated she would do so when she got home. A little more than an hour later, approximately 12:18, Suarez placed a voice call to Tammy, and when he did not reach Tammy, he sent the text indicating he was trying to call to see if asking Tammy to pick up. Is it because they already know that she's a snitch, so she's staying away, she's not picking up the phone? It could be that. Because I'm pretty sure, I don't know, but did Cuffy give Suarez that heads up on her? I don't know. In apparent response to Suarez's request. Okay. Because you gotta read these parts too, because these tell you a whole lot of like the breakdown or the key parts and those paragraphs that you may read. So you got to make sure you read these too. Tammy placed a call. Hold on, let me see something, man. Hold on. All right, only one in here. But yo, y'all hit the fucking like button too. All right, make sure y'all hit the really pie happy birthday. All right, please and subscribe. Don't disrespect the hoes or anyone. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, shit. Please make sure you share. Please make sure you hit that like button if you haven't. God damn it. Thanks in advance, motherfucker. Tammy placed a call to Cuffy at approximately 12:43 p.m. but did not reach him. Suarez desired to connect with Cuffy and Tammy on August 5th, 2012. Now, after August 6th, that's when she went to speak to what's her name? Hold on. August 5th, 2012 appears to have been a matter of urgency between 12:18 and 1:05 p.m. Suarez placed 14 calls to Tammy and sent a text if Tammy was still busy. It appears from the toll and telephone records that approximately 1:05, Suarez finally connected with Tammy by telephone and spoke with Tammy for approximately 1 minute and 35 seconds. Although it does not appear that Suarez actually spoke with Tammy prior to the call at 1:05, it appears from the evidence of the records that Suarez left one or more voicemails on Tammy's phone and that Tammy accessed those voicemails during the relevant time frame on August. After speaking with Suarez at 1:05, Tammy sent Agent Chroma a text around 1:09 asking him to call back and indicating it was just business. At whatever 25 at that time, Agent Chroma was returning by car from an out-of-town trip with his family and did not immediately respond. Suarez sent Tammy a text with a phone number. 15 minutes later, 1:26, Suarez texts again, just in case he wouldn't know it's 304. Apparently referring to the area code to the 4629 number he had just texted. Gatlin returned. CSI earlier called and left a voicemail. Returned to Gatlin's call and spoke with Gatlin for approximately 4 minutes. After the call, Tammy once again called Agent Chroma, who finally called back around 2:17. Once Tammy made contact with Agent Chroma, Tammy spoke with Agent Chroma for over 7 minutes, presumably bringing him up to speed. Toll and telephone records established that Tammy attempted to reach Gatlin around that time. Around the same time, Gatlin called Tammy using the phone number that became the target of the wiretap, the target phone. However, Cuffy call from the target phone was routed to Tammy's voicemail. Approximately that time, Cuffy called Tammy using a target phone, and unbeknownst to Gatlin, Tammy added Agent Chroma to the call, three-way calling. So I'm pretty sure y'all know some of this. Around the time of the three-way call, Tammy, Gatlin, and Chroma, Suarez sent a text asking if Gatlin had answered Tammy. CSO responded by text and stated, "Yeah, he's trying to call you now, and you are not picking up." To Suarez, to which Suarez responded, "Give him that number I gave you. New number. I lost it. I lost the other phone." Tammy contacted Agent Chroma immediately after this, informing, and you see how she's moving. She already locked up her boyfriend. She locked up Terry White. That's in 2009. Now she's up there dealing with Meech. Somehow she, did her and Chroma made a pact to bring down Big Meech, even though it may not be on paper, it may not be in the documents, but it's like, how did she manage to get close to this dude? And she gets the people like his connects lined up. Like, why are you lining them up? See, that's what I'm saying. it makes you think that Meech already know, because evidently he already knew who she was. Just keep my name out this shit, because it was coming down the pipes where Gatlin, aka Cuffy, filed a motion to reveal the confidential informant's name. So instead of, she got scared and she went to a undersigned magistrate judge, and then went to Meech because he's going to find out through the grapevine. So she had to come clean and tell Meech. So she told Meech that, yo, you might hear my name might come up in this paperwork. I'm getting threats already, this and the third. And he like, well, calm down, man. Look, only thing I'm saying is keep my name out that shit. Big Meech already knew. So my question is, did he have, as Cuffy is saying, allegedly, who knows is to be true, because it's not in the paperwork, but did Big Meech advise CS1, aka Tammy Cowins, to literally line up Suarez and Cuffy for a shorter time? Because he already knew that her name was up in this stew. Those are bars. He already knew her name was up, mixed up in some shit, and she was a confidential informant. He had to know. And then when you see Big Meech's response, he said, man, I'm no snitch, no snitch. That short video, on video, he's saying that he's not a snitch. Is not what a person says, what they're not saying. He never said, I didn't even know she was an informant. Did he ever mention that? No, because he knew she was already an informant. So it leaves room for speculation to see if he advised her to, yo, listen, man, I'm trying to get the fuck up out. I'm 50. I think he's what, 52, 56, whatever, how old he is. God bless him. But yo, I'm trying to get up out of here. Yo, make this shit happen, man. You know what I mean? And then, you already doing business with 50. My name is out there. My son is good. Man, the people is loving me. Man, I can't wait to come home. Yo, get me up out of here. He had to know, son. There's no way. The proof is in this, but it doesn't prove that he actually was the one that told her to do these things. She could have been a going rogue and just doing everything for her benefit, not nobody else's. And that's why Big Meech distanced himself when he came home. He stopped fucking with Tammy because he knew after a while, and plus not getting paid fairly for the fucking BMF series. So all of that just plays a part. Like, I would have stepped away from her. This shit is wicked. Wicked. Shout out the Future. Let's keep reading. This is crazy, son. Let's keep reading. Where I'm at. Okay, he's trying to call you now, not picking up. Okay, all right, let's get all this shit. All right, Tammy contacted Agent Chroma immediately after receiving the fucking call from Suarez, and then, based on told calls, received a call from Cuffy around 2:29. During which Tammy provided Cuffy with the new number for Suarez. Told calls reflecting a 10-minute call. All right, got that. After speaking with Suarez shortly after Tammy spoke with Although the telephone and toll records do not reflect the content of discussion between Tammy, Cuffy, and Suarez, Tammy credibly testified that when she spoke with Suarez on August 5th, Suarez was upset or frustrated because he had been trying to reach Cuffy with no success. Yeah, it was some. I think it was some. He had a truck full of for the keys and parked somewhere, and Gatlin didn't pick it up. Cuffy didn't pick it up. I think it's something like that. I heard that. But anyway, Suarez indicated the words of substance that he was trying to deliver a shipment. Yeah. You see. And then, again, this is my first time reading this like in its entirety. So, Suarez indicated in words of substance that he was trying to deliver a shipment of narcotics to Gatlin. He expressed a sense of urgency and contacted Gatlin, indicating he had a fucked up truck there. He had an effing truck up there and suggested Gatlin was playing games. Suarez asked Tammy to contact Gatlin, and Tammy had an alternate number for Coffee. I'm about to say Coffee for Cuffy, and the telephone records show discussed above clearly demonstrates Tammy reached out to Cuffy as Suarez requested. At the evidentiary hearing, because that's me coming off my tongue crazy, but it came out right this time, and I'm not repeating it. Tammy testified that contrary to statements in the affidavit, Agent Chroma was physically present with Tammy in Tammy's home during Tammy's call with Suarez and Coffee. Tammy further testified, I'm sorry, I gotta check my chicken because I need my shit to be perfect. Hold, you gotta hold the hell up. Hold on. Yeah, I'm good now. All right, we good. All right, Tammy further testified that because he was physically present and Chroma overheard the content of the calls with Cuffy and Suarez, Tammy denied that Agent Chroma overheard any of the calls via three-way call. But didn't she? There must be another call, but then she already put him on the call with a three-way. We just read that. But anyway, again, like I said, maybe that was another call prior to this call that they're actually talking about. Tammy denied that Agent Chroma overheard any of the calls via three-way call. This aspect of Tammy's testimony is entirely not credible in light of the other evidence of record. That's what I'm saying. Specifically, Agent Chroma credibly testified that over the weekend of August 5th, he was in South Carolina on a trip. Agent Chroma's credit card records, which were retrieved during the hearing, corroborated his testimony, as did the aforementioned toll calls. The toll calls reflect that Tammy sent text messages and placed telephone calls to Agent Chroma after first receiving a call from Suarez. Exactly. That's the three-way call. And Chroma participated in at least one of the three. Yeah, she's lying. Yeah, she's a fucking liar. Yes, she's a fucking liar. But let's continue. Agent Chroma testified that the statements in the affidavit recounting the events of August 5th were true, including the statement that he overheard a conversation between Tammy and Suarez about the truck. At 179 Doc 427. All right, I'm rounding down. However, it was clear from observation, his testimony, that Agent Chroma was unable to independently recall with any specificity. All right, specificity. Yeah, I got it right. Specificity. Shut up. The content of the discussion with Tammy, Suarez, and Cuffy on August 5th. Nor could he recall whether he recall whether he overheard live discussions between Tammy and Suarez and or Coffee, or if he overheard recorded voicemail messages played back by Tammy. As said above, telephone records demonstrate that Agent Chroma overheard one conversation. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes. All right. Agent Chroma, Tammy, and Suarez. Although it's not entirely clear how Agent Chroma learned that Suarez told Tammy he had a fucking truck, in St. Louis. It was trying to reach Cuffy. The credible evidence of record suggests that Agent Chroma either overheard Suarez make the statement when Tammy played back the record voicemail. Okay, we got that. Repeated was listening to a three-way call, da-da-da-da-da-da. Regardless of how he learned the content of Tammy's discussion with Suarez, Agent Chroma relayed the content of that discussion to the DEA Los Angeles, St. Louis agents at or near the time these events were unfolding. Why is she lining them up? That's what I'm saying. Why is she lining them up? And if she's trying to protect him, Big Meech, why is she lining up his dudes? They just contact her just to get in contact with him. So why are you lining them up? If you're trying to protect Big Meech, she's trying to destroy everybody in her path. So she's the puppeteer. She's being used to be in a position where she's at right now. Gucci. That's the bitch. That's the bitch that everybody should be worried about. Her, 50, you better be easy. Because it seems like to me, this bitch is all out for herself. And this shit's right here in black and white. But you have to, this shit leaves room for Big Meech, because there's no way that nobody can't say that Big Meech did not know, because he knew she went to court. She went to visit him. I hope I highlighted that shit so I could go right to it. I'll find it, but damn. Anyway, okay. Agents had near the times when the event were unfolding. Telephone toll calls reflect that beginning around 3:48 p.m. August 5th, Agent Chroma made multiple calls to DEA in St. Louis. That's agent to the DEA St. Louis Group Supervisor Kevin Markell. Testimony by Agent Chroma. In addition, testimony by Agent Johnson and TFO Lang established that on Sunday, August 5th, 2012, the DEA St. Louis office received notice from DEA Atlanta that an individual named Fidel Suarez had a truck believed to contain a shipment of narcotics in St. Louis destined for an individual known only to the DEA Atlanta office as Cuff. Testimony of TFO Lang. Testimony Agent Johnson, because DEA St. Louis was, but yeah, she was lining them up because she was tipping them off of all the information, but he was doing his job by relating all of these messages to the DEA in St. Louis from Atlanta. Could it be that he overheard? And again, it says in the transcripts further up, it says that he was jealous of Big Meech and her relationship. So he could have had a lot of things to do with why things transpired the way it did too, because he wanted Tammy all to himself. Knowing you got a family, Keith Chroma. See what pussy do? This whole shit is crazy. But if you look at it, I'm like Cuff. I'm talking through you. You the middle lady. You the middle man. You sending messages this, that, and the third, linking me up with Fidel. And I feel something fishy is going on or whatever. I don't know if that's what he said, but there's a truck waiting in St. Louis, and next thing you know, the DEA is finding out about this shit, and he gets locked up and all this shit for it. I would look at Big Meech too, because nigga, I got a contact with you through her. So are you trying to set me up? I mean, it's common sense. You know what I mean? This shit is too common sense, man. This shit is crazy. But anyway, Cuff, because DEA St. Louis was already familiar with the name Cuff as the alias or nickname of defendant Dion Gatlin. DEA St. Louis Group Supervisor Kevin Markell assembled a team of investigators, which included Agent Johnson and TFO Lang and Buds, to follow up on the information received from DEA Atlanta. Following up the investigation in St. Louis, on August 6th, investigative team, which included Agent Johnson, TFO Lane, TFO Buds, and spoke with Agent Chroma and perhaps other agents in Atlanta on a conference call. Agent Chroma advised St. Louis team of investigations that August 5th, a DEA confidential source, Tammy, had a contact by Fidel Suarez, a suspected drug transporter or source of supply. Agent Chroma advised St. Louis investigators that in attempting to put Cuffy and Suarez in contact with each other, there had been a flurry of phone calls between Tammy, Suarez, Cuffy. DA St. Louis agents obtained Agent Chroma's permission to contact Tammy directly. Following this initial call, Agent Chroma, the St. Louis investigative team decided to pursue the investigation. As such, TFO Lane continued the background investigation on conducting the interview of Tammy later on August 6th. TFO Buzz also pursued additional background information on August 6th by conducting physical surveillance of Cuffy and conducting a trash pull, which yielded nothing for evidence value. In debriefing Tammy on the evening of August 6th, TFO Lane confirmed that what had been reported by Agent Chroma and incorporated into the affidavit regarding of the events of August 5th. Tammy also provided TFO Lane with 3 different phone numbers for each individual using on August 5th. This bitch, man, and 50, bro, 50, he's getting that legal money. I ain't gonna lie, this shit smelling so good. I gotta take a bite. Man, fuck that. I ain't eat since 4 August. Well, I ate some stuff at work, but damn, I'm still hungry. Shut up. Sorry, hold on. This girl is nothing but trouble, son. This bitch is nothing but trouble. And again, everybody, Meech knew. The only thing he said was, keep my name out of that. There's no documentation to say that Demetrius Flannery was in concert with her making that play to set Cuffy and Fidel up. But after everything blew up, 50 Cent recorded that conversation he had with Tammy that just wait for the documentary, she's going to expose some things. That just tells you in this affidavit that she drove several hours to go visit Big Meech in jail to tell him basically that her name is, her name is going to be revealed, and she's been receiving threats because her name was going to come up as a confidential informant. So she was trying to protect him and distance him from Cuffy and Fidel. And the only thing he said was, keep my name out of it. Y'all tell me if he had something to do with it or not. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Again, what's the name was jealous of their relationship. Chroma was definitely jealous of her relationship with Big Meech. Yo, this is deep, son. All right, look. We getting somewhere. Damn, that shit is good, man. That shit don't need no hot sauce, no nothing. God damn it. I'm ready to bust this shit down. All right. Where I'm at. Okay. Boom. Tammy, I'm right here, y'all. What the fuck was that? I'm always hearing some shit like a fucking... Yo, I'm not even gonna hold you. I be hearing shit in here. I be jumping about my sleep. I'm like, I got cameras, So I always get notifications, like, you know what I mean? Nobody be in here, but I be hearing shit like, what the fuck? Man, listen. It have to be good spirits, because they ain't, you know what I mean? But stop for the rest of the night. I see y'all when I get there in the next 40 years, but not right now. Any motherfucking who. Tammy also provided TFO lanes with 3 other phone numbers for each individual using during on August 5th, 2012, including target phone 1, the subject of the wiretap authorization. Tammy also elaborated on flurry of phone calls with Fidel and Cuffy, excuse me. Hold on. When TFO Lane asked Tammy about the relationship between Suarez and Cuffy, Tammy told Lane that Tammy, I had facilitated the introduction of Suarez and Gatlin at Big Meech's request. She is incorporating him in this. And mind you, he did not get locked up for this stuff, though. He did not get charged with any of the things that Fidel and Gatlin was charged with. Let's read that again. Ow, excuse me. Pardon me. Tammy told TFO Lang that Tammy had facilitated the introduction of Fidel Suarez and Dion Gatlin at Big Meech's request. That is putting him in concert. That's putting him in concert of what the fuck is happening. Sir, you are reliable, so you still moving drugs while you in jail. She's spilling, she's snitching on him. Y'all can't tell me she's not, but that's it's so tricky. But let's continue. For the purpose of Suarez supplying Gatlin with multiple quantities of cocaine. I'm no lawyer whatsoever, but my common sense just kicks in. Like, I'm glad I got common sense, though. Big Meech knew, because but if he's saying keep my name out of this shit, and she's still putting his name in shit, she don't give a fuck about the nigga, and then she's gonna do a documentary on him. At Big Meech's request, for the purpose of supplying Fidel supplying Cuffy with multiple kilo quantities of cocaine. Tammy told TFO Lang that Suarez and Flannery had met while both incarcerated in Detroit around 2005. She's spilling all the milk. How is she trying to say? I think that jail visit, when she had to tell him that her name was about to come up with some shit, because you know, while you in jail, word niggas send kites, man. Word travels faster in jail than in the streets. Believe that. Did they have the agreement there? Like, yo, keep my name out of it. That's why I said she was trying to. She didn't file that that affidavit. She was gonna make another statement, but she didn't, and they sealed it. She didn't come back out with another statement, and that was to separate him from Big Meech from the 2 other dudes. This shit crazy. That Flannery was going to receive some sort of financial benefit based on a drug trafficking relationship between Suarez and Gatlin. Tammy told Lang Tammy had never met either Suarez or Gatlin, but advised of telephone and or text with both. Tammy informed Lang of at least one instance Tammy was aware of when Suarez visited St. Louis, which would have been in July 2012. Tammy was aware of the visit because Suarez told Tammy and invited Tammy to meet him in St. Louis, but she declined the invitation. Due to St. Louis investigation team knowledge and experience with Gatlin as a sophisticated large quantity drug distributor, and due to the team's knowledge of Suarez as a California-based large-scale drug distributor or source of supply, the team decided to pursue a Title III investigation. Testimony Agent Johnson. At that point, different people within the group were tasked with different responsibilities, but the team worked collaboratively. Shut up, man. In conducting the investigation and incorporating, their findings into the affidavit. And I got my reader glasses right here in front of me. You know that, right? As most experienced member of the team, Agent Johnson was tasked with drafting the affidavit and analyzing telephone calls of telephones used by Gatlin and Suarez. Lang was tasked with the investigation involving to learn more information of them, including research, that and third. We're going to skim all this. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, it's had extensive contacts. Okay, let's skim some of that. See, has been told contact Gatlin prior to August 5th. That's an extent. Now I'm gonna do a little skimming because it's almost repeating certain the same thing. So I'm gonna skim till I find something different. M13 told record evidence to Gatlin historical information regarding as far as travel to St. Louis confirmed that it's consistent with yes, everything's confirmed with her information. In addition to the above mentioned telephone, St. Louis agents were able to corroborate information provided by Tammy and PLI data. Okay. Historical information obtained by DEA and St. Louis Police database about Suarez physical surveillance and the team's own collective historical knowledge of Gatlin and Big Meech and the Black Mafia families, drug trafficking activities. Discuss the importance of historical information. Based on hold on, let me not skip that. In assessing the reliability of information provided by Tammy, the St. Louis agents also relied on representations by Agent Chroma that he had overheard the calls between Tammy, Gatlin, and Fidel on August 5th, and that Tammy had a history as a reliable DEA informant. Based on the investigation and collective experience of St. Louis investigative team, Agent Johnson and his team concluded that the conventional investigation tools such as physical surveillance, confidential informants, search warrants, trash seizures, electronic toll record analysts, witness and or target interviews, grand jury investigations, police reports, and other electronic surveillance such as track and trace devices and tracking devices and other methods would be of limited use in advancing the investigation. Okay. Lewis investigative team applied for and or August 28th obtained judicial authorization for a wiretap of Gatlin's phone. Target 1. All right. Conclusion of law. A motion to suppress electronic surveillance evidence based on Franks versus Delaware. The Franks versus Delaware, the Supreme Court held that under limited circumstances, a defendant may attack the veracity, of affidavit after the warrant has been issued and executed. In so holding, the court recognized that notwithstanding the presumption of validity that attaches to an affidavit supporting a warrant, when the Fourth Amendment demands a factual showing sufficient to comprise probable cause, the obvious assumption is that there will be a truthful showing. Emphasis in original. As such, under the rationale of Franks versus Delaware, a search warrant may be invalid if the issuing judge probable cause determination was based on an affidavit containing false or omitted statements made knowingly and intentionally or reckless or with reckless discarding for the truth. United States versus Cunning. Hold on. Wait a minute. For instance, about a search warrant may be invalid if the issuing judge probable cause determination was based on an affidavit containing false or omitted statements. Okay, got it. Okay. To prevail on a Frank's claim, defendants must establish by a preponderance of the evidence, 1, that a false statement knowing and intentionally or with reckless disregard for the truth, which included in the affidavit, and 2, that the affidavit's remaining content is insufficient to establish probable cause. The same analysis applies to omissions of fact. The defendant must show, 1, that facts were omitted with the intent to make or in reckless disregarded of whether they make the affidavit misleading, and 2, that the affidavit, if supplemented by the omitted information, could not support a finding of probable cause. Now, did Cuffy get caught with the bricks? From my understanding, no. So the only substantial evidence that they have is the recordings, the contacts of the phone calls between all three of them, Cuffy, Fidel, and Tammy, and the acknowledgement or the third party or the second party, which is Keith, Chroma, and her, the reliable informant, Tammy, that would give probable cause through that. However, he didn't even get locked up for this case, if I'm not mistaken. Cuffy. Let's read this shit, man. This is insane. For an affidavit to be truthful does not mean truthful in the sense that every fact recited in the affidavit is correct. See? So, wow. So this is because probable cause may be founded upon hearsay, which is her, the voicemails, the phone calls, the texts. That's the probable cause because of that, of those three things. Did they actually find the bricks, or did they catch him and him meeting Fidel and they got caught with the bricks? I don't know. I can't see the chat. This is because probable cause may be founded upon hearsay and upon information received from informants, as well as upon information within the affiant's own knowledge that sometimes must be garnered hastily. And determine if an affiance, if that's how you pronounce that shit, okay. Statements were made with reckless disregard for the truth. The test is whether, after viewing all the evidence, the affiant, whatever motherfucker, must have entertained serious doubts as to the truth of his statements, or had obviously reasons to doubt the accuracy of the information he reported. Recklessness, however, may be inferred from the fact of omissions of information from an affidavit, when the material omitted would have be clearly critical to the finding of probable cause. Wow. As the Supreme Court explains in Franks, the focus of the inquiry is whether the affiant, however you want to call it, man, and not any non-governmental informant deliberately or recklessly made a false statement. At 171, deliberately falsity, impeach or permitted. Wait, the deliberate falsity or reckless disregard whose impeach is permitted. It's only that of the affiant, not of any non-governmental informant. Thus, courts have generally held the fact that a non-governmental third party lied to the affiant who in turn included the lies in the affidavit, does not constitute a Frank's violation. A Frank's violation occurs only if the affiant knew the third party was lying, or if the affiant proceeded in reckless disregard. Wow. So the Franks is not in violation if Tammy felt like Cuffy and Fidel's communication wasn't true, and she still went along with it as concrete evidence. So since she don't know that she's taking what they're saying for face value, and it sounds plausible, sounds feasible, sounds like it's real, then until they find out otherwise, after being locked up and searched and all that stuff, then you know what I'm saying, that whole, see, the law, whatever laws that they have, they will find any slimy way to just do what they does. It's always a flip side to every law, to every coin. You have to understand something. We messing with the people who created the game. You can't outsmart a person who created the game. If I created a game and I could change the laws within the drop of a hat, I will always win. I can always change the game and change the rules to the game. But any motherfucking who. Frank's violation may still exist if a government agent or an informant acted as a government agent. All right, all right. Hopefully y'all got that. Because I got it already now, and my fucking brain hurting. Defendants have, hold on, let me go up a little bit. Yeah. 1, defendants have failed to prove by a preponderance of the evidence that government agents deliberately or recklessly, including false statements in the affidavit that are material to the finding of probable cause. Got it. Defendants appear to contend the virtual or information in the affidavit that was central to the probable cause determination was false. All right, I hope y'all getting what the fuck was the meaning of that right now, right? So let me just skim. It seemed like this be almost done too. All right, where we at? All right, let me highlight this motherfucker now. However, based on the foregoing factual findings, with one exception discussed below, none of the statements in the affidavit that were material to the finding of probable cause were false or misleading. It's significant that the only 2 witnesses at the evidentiary, hearing with first-hand knowledge of the events of August 5th, Agent Chroma and Tammy, testified consistently about the facts that are foundational to any probable cause determination in this case. Indeed, although the testimony of Tammy and the testimony of Agent Chroma was discordant on a number of points, Tammy and Agent Chroma were simpatico. I never even heard of that word. Let me see what that means. Hold on. I gotta put my 10 for you on with that one. Hold on 1 second. Let me find out what that means. I don't know what that means. SMPA Patico. Okay, let me see what that means. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure that that's the correct spelling. Is it that? God damn it! Now, here, simpatico. Yeah. Simpatico. It means sympathetic in both Spanish and Italian. Is simpatico is rooted in the Greek whatever the fuck, fellow feeling definition of simpatico, adjective friendly and pleasant, synonymous, sociable, whatever the fuck. All right, got it. Got you, god damn it. Let's continue, man. Shit. I'm ready to eat. All right. Now let's put it into context. Indeed, although the testimony of Tammy and the testimony of Agent Keith Chroma were discordant on a number of points, Tammy and Agent Chroma were simpatico about the following. Fidel Suarez, a suspect source of supply to defendant Cuffy, contacted Tammy on August 5th, 2012. Fidel told Tammy he had a truck in St. Louis for non-college transaction with Cuffy. Suarez having trouble reaching Gatlin and asked Tammy for help. In an attempt to help Suarez get in contact with Cuffy, Tammy had a flurry of calls with Cuffy and Suarez, and Tammy was ultimately successful in connecting them, who was using the telephone that became the target of wiretap. These facts, which were cooperated, oh God damn it, Mike. These facts which were incorporated into the affidavit and are the heart of any finding of probable cause to authorize a wiretap of Gatlin's phone were proven to be true based on the testimony by Tammy, testimony by Agent Chroma, and other evidence presented at the Franks hearing. As the undersigned factual findings demonstrate, all of the other facts in the affidavit, save the reference to overhears by DEA agents, Atlanta agents, via three-way calls. Yeah, the affidavit attests that. Let me read this, because sometimes we got to read this shit too. Although the affidavit repeatedly referred DEA Atlanta agents, evidence presented in the hearing established those references were almost exclusively a reference to Agent Chroma. Okay. So again, so when you hear DEA agent, DEA Atlanta agents, it's exclusively referred to Agent Chroma. All right. Sometimes you got to read these parts because it really, like, you know, it gives you the highlights or the you know, it just makes everything make sense. God damn it, I can't even put the words together right now. This food is tempting. The affidavit attests that DEA Atlanta agents had two overhears on the conversation. As we know, that's Chroma, because he's the only one that overheard or was on the three-way call. Had two overhears on conversation on that date, which were telephonically established by Tammy during three-way calls. All right, I gotta skim this stuff. All right. Although the affidavit states that all not calls was monitored by the DA, got it. It attests that the DEA agent Chroma confirmed that their overhear with Suarez was during the phone call between Suarez and Tammy, during which time Suarez advised, I got these fucking guys up there with this truck. I need to get in touch with Cuffy. As the factual findings demonstrate, while the affidavit accurately states that DEA Atlanta agent Chroma overheard a live conversation between Tammy and Gatlin via, I hate that they keep repeating the same shit, but you have to go over it because it's going to be something that needs to be read. We got the fucking shit already. I hate reading or repeating myself. I really don't like repeating myself. We're not missing nothing with that. The presence of these misleading and perhaps even false statements in the affidavit is not a Franks violation, given that the evidence clearly established that Chroma overheard at least one call between Tammy and Gatlin. That's the preponderance of evidence that they need. He witnessed a call, he overheard a call, and he's an agent. That's probable cause right there, and her being a reliable fucking informant. So given that the evidence clearly established that Chroma overheard at least one of the phone calls between Tammy and Gatlin on a three-way call, in light of evidence and Chroma overheard, it was clearly aware of the content of the call between Tammy and Suarez about the truck, and it's entirely possible and plausible that in relaying the nature of the overhears in the St. Louis agents, Agent Chroma mistakenly and inadvertently gave the impression to the St. Louis agents that he overheard both calls by a three-way call. Given the evidence in this case, it is also plausible that the St. Louis agents mistakenly assumed that he overheard both conversations on the three-way call, or failed to realize that it was basically the damn voicemail. All right, God damn it. All right, live and this, that, third. All right, I'm tired of this shit now. Okay, we get the, God damn it. All right. hold on. We. Oh damn, there's a lot more. It's a lot more. Hold on, where I'm at. I don't want to go too damn far now. All right. Damn, I probably went up. Wait, hold on. Oh, we right here. All right, cool. All right. Hold on, let me make sure. All right, cool. All right, just want to make sure I know where I'm at. Okay. Boom, got it. All right, just want to make sure that I'm where I need to be. So pardon me. I don't care anyway, motherfucker. So shit. 2, defendants have failed to prove by preponderance of evidence that this, that, and the third. Okay, I think I read that one too. Okay, although defendants' positioning regarding omitted information is less than clear, defendants appear to suggest that suppression is warranted because the affidavit failed to disclose Agent Chroma's inappropriate relationship. Yeah, that's why they was trying to. Yeah, got it. Disclose Agent Chroma's inappropriate relationship with Tammy and failed to disclose inappropriate payments he may have authorized for Tammy. Information that defendants appear to tactically acknowledge will go to Tammy's reliability as an informant. Defendants can prevail on their Frank's omission challenge only if they prove by a preponderance of evidence that the affidavit deliberately or recklessly omits information that is clearly critical to the finding of probable cause. United States versus McAllister. Let me read this. Because I conclude that the statements about the three-way calls were not deliberately made or made with reckless disregard for the truth, I need not reach the second prong of the Frank's analysis. However, it is important to note that while the three-way call overhears help bolster the reliability of Tammy's statements, they are not critical to finding probable cause. Even if the references to the three-way call overhears were stricken as deliberate falsehoods, defendants' motions to suppress will fail because the affidavits remaining content will still be sufficient to establish probable cause. So they had to get Cuffy on something else, which he was locked up for something. That's why they gave him 27 years, something like that. So all the shit that she was doing, it still didn't work because her relationship and not too much of the probable cause of evidence, or the preponderance of the evidence. For these reasons set out below, defendants have not met their burden. First, as the factual findings demonstrate, there is no evidence that any agent involved in preparing the affidavit knew or had reason to know that Agent Chroma was having an inappropriate relationship, because if they would have knew, they would have backed off. They knew, they would have been wasting their time. Nor is there evidence that agents preparing the affidavit knew or had any reason to know of any inappropriate payments to Tammy. Even if, as defendants have suggested, Agent Chroma's knowledge of the relationship and allegedly improper payments could be imputed to the St. Louis agents, defendants have failed to demonstrate that the omitted information was clearly critical to the finding of probable cause. So just that alone just fucked up everything, which we already knew. We already knew that by them giving their stories. As the factual findings in this case demonstrate, the circumstances presented here are easily distinguishable from the circumstances in Jacobs. The omitted information in Jacobs, i.e. negative results of the drug dog sniff, was information that was clearly central to the findings of probable cause. St. Louis agents obtained about the information provided by Tammy and Agent Chroma. It is not at all apparent that the omitted information, which goes to Tammy's reliability as an informant, was clearly critical to the findings of probable cause. To be sure, it is well established that the statements of a reliable informant can, by themselves, be a sufficient base for issuance. Yeah, God damn it. Mike, you're tired. Yes, I am. Sorry for answering myself. Of a warrant, and that the informant's reliability, God damn it, veracity, if fuck you, and basis of knowledge are relevant to finding probable cause when the affidavit is based in substantial part on information from an informant. I'm tired of this shit. We get all this shit, man. We know. Because see, we don't hear anything about. See, here's the thing. There's nothing about Big Meech even knowing. So all this, yeah, that's it. So hold on, let me go all the way back up. Hopefully I can find it. Hold on, when she went to go visit him. Hold on. Nope, we got to go back down. No, we gonna get. Hold the fuck up. Hold on. I gotta make this a different color when I find it. Just give me a second. Here's right here. There it is right here. Now I gotta make this a different color. This is all a different color right here. Hold on. No. This is crucial. Come on now. Man. I guess I gotta do it like that. Well, fuck it. At least I'm gonna have to say. Hopefully, I can save it like that. This has to be highlighted because this lets you know everything that you need to know. Most of everything that you need to know. Hold on. I gotta make sure I get all this right. So when I come back to this shit, can I save it? I sure can. And I'm gonna save it right now before my retarded ass forget. Hold on. Can I save it? I need to save this motherfucker. God, matter of fact, I'm just gonna take a screenshot just in case. Hold on, y'all bear with me, man. Y'all been here this long. I can't see the chat, but thank y'all for tuning in. I'll tell you that. All right, hold on. Let me just snapshot this real quick. Let me snapshot that bitch. Hold on. I got it. Boom. Got it. Let's read again. The measures including... No. Let's go. No. Let me do this again. Man, what the fuck? Yeah, all this. All that. Yeah, let's start right there. Fuck that. Upon reviewing the court filings in this case, Tammy contacted her controlling DEA agent. See, it made me want to go all the way back up. Yeah, now this whole thing. Nah. This whole thing. Yeah. Let me read that whole thing. Separate motions to suppress the wiretap, right? March 2015, Tammy reviewed the electronic docket in the case and saw information containing in defendant Cuffy's suppression motion and responsive submissions by the United States that Tammy believed would potentially allow people familiar with the circumstances to determine Tammy's identity. Upon reviewing the court findings in this case, Tammy contacted her controlling agent at the time, James Davison. Agent Davison testified at the evidentiary hearing that Tammy expressed concern that motions filed in that case and the government's response to those motions contained specific detailed information that Tammy feared would reveal her identity or make it much easier for someone to figure out Tammy's identity. Tammy panicked and took several measures to try to protect herself. Those measures included contacting the undersigned magistrate judge whose chambers referred Tammy to the United States Attorney's Office. and driving several hours to Louisiana soon after learning about the court filing to attempt to see Big Meech to try to explain her position and try to deflect any accusations coming Tammy's way. Although it appears that Tammy did not speak with Big Meech in Louisiana on March 6th, Tammy's hearing testimony suggested that when Tammy did finally speak with Big Meech, he advised Tammy that he didn't want his name caught up in this mess. All right? At 2:07, in addition, Tammy's perception that she was in danger because of the revelations, Agent Davison credibly testified that Tammy faced actual threats in weeks and months following the court filings in March 2015 through the time of the Franks hearing. Yo, I know I said enough. But anyway, yesterday I baked chicken with that mac and cheese. All right. But anyway, look, y'all. Look. How long I've been here? 2 hours, man. Fuck that. Did y'all even like this video? Did anybody hit the like video? Did anybody hit the like? If y'all haven't hit the like button, man, just get up out of here because I ain't got time. This lets you know that he had to know. Why would he say he don't want his name in anything? Big Meech had to know something, but Big Meech, your name is in the mud now. 50 Cent, he don't give a fuck, and he got enough money, and he got enough power. And he knew that she was an informant. 50 knew she was an informant. He's in cahoots with Tammy. He need to watch out for Tammy because she's nothing to fuck with. She is the devil wearing PRADA, son. She is the devil wearing PRADA. You know what I mean? You remember the movie Tales from the Hood? The shit. At the end, when he was walking after he got hit in the head, and he cutting the lights on with that one finger. That's her. Welcome. This is not the Terror Dome. This is not something neither. Welcome to hell, motherfuckers. Rest in peace to Clarence something. I forgot his name, man. Rest in peace to him. That's who the fuck that is. That bitch is the devil. 50, you don't know how much data she got on you. You don't know how much she got on you or the people around you. You don't know. But boy, I know you read this affidavit. I know you read these documents by now, or somebody ran it over across you or read it to you. Made an audio book about this shit and let you listen to it while you working 5 in the morning. But you better know what you're dealing with, man. And like 50 said, it was best for him to it was his best bet to not distance himself from Tammy, which Big Meech did. And you think 50 is going to distance himself from her? No, not at all. And let's just see how this plays out. I mean, I've been here long enough. Let's see how this shit plays out. Scoreboard keepers, what's good? What's good, family? Matter of fact, jump on real quick, son. Jump on real quick, son. Jump on real quick before I get up out of here. Because I seen you was doing the live on that shit too. You know what I mean? But I clicked on it a little bit, but I was cooking food and shit. But scoreboard keepers, jump on real quick, son. If you're there, jump on that real quick. I'm gonna wait for you. Hey, y'all give me a second, man. I'm hungry. Hold on now. Do you want to jump on? Clarence Williams, yep. The third. Do you want to jump on, son? Yeah, no, motherfucker, say something. I guess not, motherfucker. I don't know who's going. Yeah, no. Anyway, look. I was gonna play some other videos, but man, look, kiss my ass. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this live. All I'm asking all of y'all to do is share this video. Can somebody share the video? Please make sure you share. We're gonna leave that one right there. I'm getting the fuck out of here and finish my food, smoke some weed, scratch my ass, go to sleep. Bye.